Good morning, everyone, and happy day after Christmas, or Boxing Day, as you call it in this country. Fun fact, we don't have Boxing Day in America. It's just the day after Christmas, which is it is what it is. In any case, now is my chance to give you my yearly reminder that Christmas is not over. Christmas is a 12-day celebration, technically, in the church calendar. That's where the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, comes from. It does not end on Christmas Day, it begins on Christmas Day. So, we are only on day 2, which means that all of you who have true love should be expecting your 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, and beware of the menagerie that will follow. In any case, these 12 days lead all the way to January 6th, which is Epiphany, the day we remember the wise men coming. And so I hope you're able to find some way to continue to celebrate all 12 days of Christmas. Maybe you'll leave your decorations up or your nativity set if you have one, or you'll just continue eating sausage rolls and pork pies until, mid-January. Just not a problem at all. There is another name for today as well, however, as immortalized in that Christmas carol. I can't pronounce it. Good King Wenceslas, something like that, on who looked down on St. Stephen's morning. Today is St. Stephen's Day, and St. Stephen is immortalized, is remembered for being the very first Christian martyr. Stephen's story is in Acts. He was a deacon, one of the first deacons in the very newly formed church, and he was persecuted like many of the new Christians at the time, but he was arrested and charged with blasphemy and was stoned to death for his faith and for proclaiming his faith in Jesus. Now, it may seem a bit un-Christmassy, this story, which it's kind of sad in some ways, but it is something that's important for us to remember, especially in the face of Christmas, I think. Now, hopefully many of us will not have to look at martyrdom in the same way as Stephen, though there are plenty of Christians around the world who do face persecution, even to death, for their faith. But the original word martyr comes from the Greek for witness, and so the word martyr is a meaning that goes for someone who has given the ultimate witness to their faith. And being a witness is something that we can surely all do and should do each and every day of our lives, especially in light of the Christmas story. Those of you who were able to join me for the Christmas Eve Zoom service the other day would have heard me talk about one of my favorite traditions that we have in the American church typically. On Christmas Eve services, we will light all of the candles, the Advent wreath, and the one in the middle is called the Christ candle. We light it to symbolize and to remember Christ's birth, the light coming into the world. And at the very end of our service, which takes place at night, and so it's all dark and quiet, the minister takes a candle and lights it from that Christ candle, and then that light is shared to every member of the congregation. Everyone has their own individual candle. I might have one around here somewhere. I don't know what to do with it. Well, who knows? Oh, here it is. Everyone has their own candle that they hold, and that light is passed from that Christ candle to each and every person in the church as we all then sing Silent Night, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, touching thing. But my favorite part is that symbolism, that reminder that it's the light of Christ that goes to each one of us individually. And what a lot of churches do, or try to do, is people are asked to wait until they actually leave the sanctuary to blow out the candle, or in my case, it's often the wind that blows it out, because it symbolizes that light that we carry, that we come into the church to receive, and that we receive from Christ in many aspects, we then take out with us into the world, carrying it out as we go from that place. And that's ultimately what it means to be a witness. It's to remember all of the promises and the hopes that we have of Christ that we receive, especially on Christmas, as we celebrate not just a baby in a manger, but the light of the world coming into the world, that promise given to each one of us. And so today I would invite you to remember that second part of the Christmas promise, not only that we are given such a light, but that we are then called to go out and witness to that light. And so whether it is by donating to food banks at this time of year, or calling someone who's had a particularly difficult Christmas, or sending cards, or just connecting with family in ways that are maybe not, as stressful as they usually are. I hope you will find some way to share your light of Christ over the next 12 days or 11 days, and then continue that Christmas promise on throughout the rest of the year. And so take care, have a Merry Christmas, continue to wish people that until the 6th. They'll look at you funny, but it's fun anyway. And I will see you all soon. Bye.